Well, good afternoon. I guess it is working live. We are live inside the old EWEB steam plant building. I've been going by this thing for 30 years and I've never seen the inside of it. And I'm pretty amazed. And you guys, it is huge. I mean, this is like history. This is where this plant used to provide steam that was piped underneath the streets of Eugene and into some of our old buildings to warm people through the radiators. And even after the radiators, it was still used. I think this was used up until just 10 years ago or something. I mean, I remember hearing, 2011, and it stopped. You guys, you are reaching me. So I want to show you and introduce you to, these are two of the guys involved in this project. Just wave. And then this is Dave Kammerer with Summit Funding. He's the sponsor of our show today. And I didn't think I was going to get a signal in here, but I am. So maybe I'm just going to talk to you guys. So David, come here. Let's do this. So there's Dave Kammerer.
Hey,
so
Rick.
Summit Funding. So I thought it would be really good. I called Matt and said, can you get us in there? Because Dave is obviously in the mortgage business. And when you're selling a community, knowing what is going on in this community is pretty important. And you've seen this, you grew up here too, you've seen this building.
Yes.
So what do you think of the plan?
Well, this is a great project, and these guys are, I mean, they're visionaries, what they're going to be doing, and this is going to take this space that's been sitting here and doing nothing and make something really special out of it, and it's going to be attractive to people, and there's going to be real estate down here as well, so I'm very interested in that piece of it. But what I really like is there's going to be another attraction for Eugenians to come and enjoy.
So you guys want me to show you the view? Hold on, let me take you. Go over here and show you the view. We're going to do this live, so just be ready. You already got a practice time. So you guys here, I think this is really cool. I don't know what it is, but look at these little gauges. I'm sure those will turn up all over this building at some point, won't they? And you guys here, look out here. This is what's really cool. Oh, here. This window will be replaced. But look outside. So see right there on that little area that has all that, well, hold on, let me get it there now. See that area right there where that piping is? That's going to be a deck, a beautiful deck that goes out over the river. And then this whole area is under renovation right now anyway. So Matt Sayer is involved in the project. So why don't you talk a little bit about what's going to happen here, Matt? What do you see? What's the future here?
Well, I think this is going to be a hub of the future of Eugene. So on the ground floor, you'll be able to ride on the bike path and pull in here to a restaurant, multiple restaurants actually, a brewery, an arts area, a lot of dedicated sort of integrated public spaces, and that's just on the ground floor, including the amphitheater. And then upstairs, we're going to have co-working spaces, mix of students and professors from university, and so there's going to be a great knowledge bridge happening, and then up to the roof with some of the best views Eugene has to offer.
So your hope is to have roof-side seating?
I think that's the stretch goal of some kind up there.
So okay, introduce yourself and talk to me about that. Because Eugene does it. We have the Axe and Billy or something. We have one place I think you can sit on a roof and watch people.
We'll double that.
Yeah.
Mark Mixus with D-Chase Development. So yeah, we are looking at as much as possible trying to open this building to the public and have it really be a community amenity. If possible, we'll get people up on the roof. It's one of the most amazing views anywhere in the Willamette Valley. It's incredible.
Move over next to Matt a little bit, if you would. So you guys are two of how many people are involved in this project?
Are we a team of seven?
Seven people involved.
Mostly local folks.
So 7 guys, and is it all guys, bunch of guys?
It's not all guys. There's some very talented
I knew if I
female
said that I'd get
professionals.
Okay, so we have 7 people involved. But you guys came up with this. I mean, I know I'm just being a little bit over dramatic about it, but I'm proud of you. I think this is awesome that local people are coming up with ideas to save this building.
Thanks. Well, and it isn't just us. So we spent a month engaging with the public. We did 10 events. We took 1,000 surveys from the public, and we sort of synergized the best ideas out there. We crowdsourced for ideas. And so what you're seeing in the future vision is really comes from the inspiration of the community.
So you're going to save these old relics here.
Yeah, as much as we can. These are the old turbine generators that generated electricity originally and then eventually went to steam generation. That's a gantry crane. They actually use that to put this equipment in place. So we want to take that, we're going to move it outside, and it'll be a gateway to the entry of the building. So really telling the story about the history of why this building's here and what it meant for Eugene.
What was this building and what did it do for Eugene?
Right, so it was the first power plant down. It supplied all the power for Eugene for many years. It was the original power production plant for Eugene.
and now it's going to be powering a different kind of energy.
Yeah, innovation, technology, and community good vibes.
So you guys, you're going to leave that boiler right there, right, the brick one?
That's right. Yeah, actually, one of the plans is we can't actually keep all the brick there. It's not seismically safe. It's not in an earthquake, it could fall. So we're going to remove the brick, and inside you'll see all the inner workings of what a steam boiler would look like. And we'll leave the framework up and all the equipment that's inside there, and really show it off as part of the history of the building.
So you guys now, we will post. They have a really cool video that'll show you kind of the dream of what it's going to look like. But this is going to be like offices and platforms and
a lot of space for innovation. So 5 stories, about 70,000 square feet. At the ground floor, you'll just be able to walk right in. Some of the early renderings, there was sort of a bridge that you had to get in. Everything's now at grade level, and so it's very accessible. And amphitheater right here beyond me, that's where a lot of arts and music is going to take place, right underneath this boiler area, and there'll be public seating there. Yeah, this is just going to be a really exciting space for Eugene.
So you guys, as kids, used to drive by this all the time.
Well, I think everybody has their stories of sort of coming down the bike path, you're running, walking, riding your bike, and sort of looking over the chain link fence and kind of going like, what is that place? And those that knew it, thought like, hey, that's a building worth saving. So here we go.
Matt, how much? How much will it cost by the time it's done?
$26 million. And it's largely private sector funded, so that's an active conversation. But we've got some really seasoned developers as part of this team, and so that we think that's a pretty realistic number.
So you said you used to ride. You and Mark Frohnmeyer, who's also involved with this, used to ride your bikes by here. Tell me.
Yeah, I mean, it's just who didn't ride the river loop? I was out here with my kids this weekend riding the river loop, so it's just always been here behind that chain link fence, and this is an opportunity for us to take the fence down, open it up to the public, and really create a public gathering space on the river.
So how can people help? Like, what can people do to get involved in this? Matt, that's kind of you.
Yeah, well, right now we've just wrapped up the public engagement process. We were at 10 different events. We were at the fairgrounds. We were on campus. We were at the EWEB HQ. We were on the First Friday Art Walk. So we've been out and about for quite a while, talking with folks, getting all the ideas that we could, and now the proposal that's in front of us is something that is sort of the best of everyone's ideas.
So where does it go from here? What's the next step?
Do you want to talk about next steps?
Sure, yeah. So we're working with the city. Our proposal was selected. We're kind of working on deal points about how this transaction and project would move forward. In July, we go back to council with those deal points, and they'll either vote yes or no to move forward with the project, and from there we'll go to a development agreement that would allow us to proceed with the project.
So timeline, what are you thinking?
So we're proposing right now a 2-phased project. There's a lot of desire by the community to have this project up and running by 2021, and that's a tall order to get it all done. So one of the concepts is that we'll actually take an initial phase of this project and turn it into a fan pavilion around the 2021 World Games.
So we can show it off to all those.
Show it off to everybody. We may not have the complete building completed, but we'll probably have a brew pub here, be able to open up the doors to the river, invite people into the building, and then from there, once that event's done, we'll complete the project and be done by 2022.
So it sort of gives everyone something to look forward to in the near term, and then something we can kind of take with us as a community, kind of like the Space Needle in Seattle for the World's Fair. Something that stays behind that is part of the legacy of that year in our community.
So what's going to happen around this area too? I think there's a lot of people that probably don't know.
Yeah, so this is part of a piece of property in a broader riverfront development that happens sort of in concert with the parks, which comes first, and then there's a lot of housing, a new hotel, and some commercial space that's happening here along the riverfront, which is all now sort of gravel. And then this project sort of further up the river in the steam plant. So there's 3 projects happening simultaneously.
And they are happening.
It's happening. When we drove in here today, we saw some of the old buildings getting taken down. Yeah.
So Dave is a longtime resident here. Why is that a positive thing to see our riverfront. We don't have much riverfront development in Eugene, Oregon.
Virtually none.
And we are on the river. Like Springfield and Eugene are on the river. We have very little, which is good because we don't have a lot of development. But we want to also use the river as something we can see and be attracted to.
Well, okay, so there's a ton of green space if you ride a bike and walk on the bike path. That's great. But this will add some actual housing and some more options for people to go enjoy the river. And I think it'll make it more accessible. So I like the idea very much. We need housing on the river. It's silly that we don't have more housing along the river.
We need housing in Eugene, Springfield.
Period. But it's silly we don't have much housing on the river. There's virtually none.
So you guys, again, this is, you can get involved. This is a community project. Yeah, we got a few, 7 folks who had the guts to kind of do something big and dream a little for us. And now we get to be involved by getting in touch with, in fact, I'll have Matt put your, how people get steamplant.us, steamplant.us, or hashtag steamplant, and you'll find all this stuff. So you guys get involved. Don't just be standing back and watching, because this is our building. These guys just put the wheels to grinding, and now we need to make them squeak a little bit and make them work. So again, Dave, thank you, buddy, for
my pleasure, Rick.
Because our sponsor for this is Dave with Summit Funding. And I called him and said, hey, I was just out with Matt, and he said he can give us a tour of the building. And I figured as a mortgage broker, this is something you'd be pretty interested in.
A lot of fun. Plus, we want to support anything that has to do with the community.
Because that brings more people to town.
Absolutely.
People love Eugene. We want to live here. We want to have fun things, too. And I think this is a fun thing. Matt, you guys, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rick.
Yeah, thanks for the tour. All right, you guys, take this, share it on your page. Again, we're going to put the cool video. Matt will go back and he'll stick that in the comment section so you can go watch it. Go watch it, because it just causes you to see Eugene in a whole different way. We're growing up. That's how it is. All right, we'll talk to you later. See you tomorrow. I don't remember what I'm doing, but I've got shows. Oh, wait, I think we have Velofix is the new mobile bike service in Eugene. They're going to get my bike ready for Reach the Beach this weekend, because I'm riding 75 miles and I need my bike fixed. So we're going to see them. And then I think we're doing Business Buzz with Aloma over at Mindworks. We're going to have some different businesses in at 11 o'clock, and you'll get to be introduced to them and see what they do. And then we'll do the Velofix. All right, I'll talk to you later. Reach the Beach this weekend. Be ready on Explore Again. We're going to be live going from Portland to Pacific City, where the beer is. All right, see you later. Bye, guys. Thanks, David.
You're welcome.